This is News 14 Carolina Meteorologist Matthew East, and this is the Monday edition of East's Weather Video. And the tropics this week are, of course, active with Ike being the big tropical weather story. This is a look I snapped this morning from the webcam at the Avalon Pier, and the seas look much calmer this morning than when we were taking a look at these cameras on Saturday as Hannah was making its landfall on the Carolina coast. There is the satellite image this morning from Ike. Ike is inland over Cuba, and of course Cuba is a very mountainous country, and so that's going to take a significant toll on Ike, and I think there's a pretty good chance Ike might actually wind up being a tropical storm by the time it finally emerges off of Cuba, and that might not be until tomorrow. This is the radar imagery from the Cuban radar, and you can see that eye of Ike still very evident on the radar imagery, and that's going to be a big problem for Cuba. Lots of very heavy rain, obviously the winds, and there'll be mudslide problems with all the mountainous terrain. This is going to be a very, I'm afraid, tragic situation for Cuba. It's going to spend a lot of time over land, and will go much of the length of Cuba as it continues to move a little north of due west. Now, as far as the eventual track of Ike, it's going to get back into the Gulf of Mexico and generally head northwestward. The model's actually fairly tightly clustered on a Texas or Louisiana landfall by late in the week or probably during the weekend. And I think the conditions in the Gulf will be favorable for redevelopment. Probably the upper level pattern looks healthy for development. The Gulf water is warm, and I think there's a very strong chance Ike not only becomes a strong hurricane, but probably a major hurricane again over the Gulf of Mexico. This is the European model output. It too in agreement with that same general scenario as the tropical models there, showing a landfall on the upper Texas coast, really not far from Houston. So anywhere from Texas all the way around to the Florida Panhandle needs to closely monitor Ike, but as it stands right now, either Texas or Louisiana looking like the most likely eventual landfall spots for Ike. And again, it could be a major hurricane. Ike will be a big weather story as the week unfolds. All right, here's the radar across the southeastern part of the country as we start off this Monday. Some showers and storms in Kansas and Missouri and Nebraska. That is associated with the cold front that's heading our way. Now, here's the upper air pattern today. This is off the 06Z run of the GFS. Ike over Cuba, trough digging down into the plain states. That is pushing a cold front our way. Along that front, there's the showers and storms over the plain states. Here we are, 2 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon. Ike over western Cuba, trough swinging into the northeast, and the surface cold front in the mountains. And I think today we'll see a few isolated showers and storms, a warm day, upper 80s, even some lower 90s for highs. And tomorrow, as that front nears, a better chance for seeing some scattered showers and storms. Now, after that, there comes Ike into the Gulf of Mexico. Here's the surface pattern at 2 p.m. Wednesday. Notice that high pressure in the eastern Great Lakes. That's in a good position for cold air damming here across the Carolinas. Looks like one of our Carolina wedges will set up midweek. So Wednesday and Thursday look like cooler days, highs only in the 70s, lots of clouds, and a chance for showers both days. Here we are Thursday at 2 p.m. Ike in the Gulf of Mexico. Around here, still a lot of clouds, some showers, and again, probably highs only in the 70s for Wednesday and Thursday. This is 2 p.m. Friday. Ike approaching the northwestern Gulf. The 500 millibar pattern fairly benign across the eastern part of the country. There's a surface pattern, though. The wedge begins to scour out by Friday. It'll be warmer and with more instability in place, not only showers, but some thunderstorms a possibility on Friday. And finally, here we are on Saturday. Ike approaching the Gulf Coast. And around here, the pattern much the same. Again, as we get into the afternoon hours, probably on Saturday, a chance for some scattered showers and storms. Some model runs have brought the remnants of Ike eventually up in our direction. We'll see if that occurs. Simply too soon to tell one way or another. But as far as Ike is concerned, it looks like a landfall occurring probably next weekend, but still a lot of question marks with the system, including how strong will it be. A lot of times when the inner core gets disrupted with these tropical systems, it takes them 36, 48 hours to really regain that structure and begin to strengthen. So I think Cuba will take a big toll on Ike, but it should re-strengthen as it gets into the Gulf of Mexico. All right, if you want to drop me an email, matthew.east@news14.com, and remember, News 14 Caroline for you there for you 24 hours a day on television, Time Warner Cable Channel 14, and on the web at www.news14.com. Everyone have a great day, and God bless.